Yes, the previous class we have seen, see, just some introduction part we have discussed, right? Yeah, uh, roles of a DPA we have seen, right? So our regular job is what? Maintenance. That's why as part of maintenance, we have to maintain what? Databases we have to maintain, right? So databases and database server maintenance is our job. Just remember, we are not programmers, we are not developers, we are maintenance people, right? If anything happen in the server, we have to troubleshoot that problem actually. Understood, right? Our job is maintenance. Yes. So after that, sir, we have started with SQL Server. We have seen that SQL Server is an RDBMS product, right? RDBMS product developed by Microsoft. What we can do with SQL Server, we have seen that we can create and manage databases, right? Database creation and database maintenance is our job. Database creation and maintenance is our jobs here. Okay, as a DBA, our regular job is what? Database creation. Means database creation is done by our developers team. So, but our job is remember database maintenance. Maintenance. Okay, right. But what we can do with SQL Server in general, so we can create and manage databases. Okay, okay. And see, like SQL Server supports here powerful BI features also here, business intelligence features. So here we have BI features are there, SSIS, SSRS, SSAS. These are here our powerful BI features are there here as part of SQL Server. But remember, as a database admin, we are not working with these features. We are working with database engine only, databases only. Actually, separate team is there. MSBI team is there. That MSBI team will handle this yeah, services actually. MSBI team. Okay. So, but our job is to work with what? Databases only. Okay. Right. Right. So after that, we have seen SQL Server supports two types of working environments, right? One is a standalone environment. Second one is a cluster environment, standalone and cluster. So we have seen in case of a standalone environment, single production server we can maintain. We can maintain one or more standby servers, okay, using high availability features, right? We have seen like some high availability features we have seen like log shipping, database mirroring, always on, okay? These are the some of our high availability features. We'll see later again in detail. Cluster is there. Cluster is nothing but what? A group of servers. Okay. Basically, remember in general definition of cluster is what? It is a group of servers which are connected to each other, which are working as a single server in the network. Already we have seen like for medium and large scale applications, remember, we can't maintain single production server. For medium and large scale applications, we can't maintain single production server. Compulsory, we have to go with cluster environment. Compulsory, we have to go with what? Cluster environment. Okay. Basically, remember it is a group of servers. Like we have seen already, like cluster is like our customer care department where 20 people are sitting. Okay. So whenever someone is calling with the same phone, right? Same number, like 1 to 1, anyone will pick the call. Same thing, remember, cluster is also nothing but a group of servers which are connected to each other, which are working as a single server in the network. Okay. Yes. Yes. So that is like just remember, like that's why for medium and large scale applications, compulsory remember we have to maintain what group of servers, which is a cluster. Then to connect and work with the SQL Server, to connect and work with SQL Server, we are using one tool called SSMS here, SQL Server Management Studio. SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, I will show you today how to install SQL Server. Okay, we can type here SSMS. Okay. If any simple doubts are there, feel free to type in the chat panel. Okay. If any simple questions are there, any queries are there, please type in the chat panel. I will discuss. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's say I'm connecting to one of my server, test SQL. Okay. Connect. Connected success. Check here. Once we connect to through SSMS here, it is showing this is my FRR info is my system name or server name, means host name, computer name, slash test SQL is our server name. This is my server name. Okay, right. Check here SQL Server 15.0 version. 15.0 version means what? 2019 version. 2019 version. So this is our this is my login to which I have connected. Here we can work with what? Databases. Okay, a group of databases are there. We can work with these databases. Okay, right, right. So we have seen that graphically we can work here in SQL Server. Suppose I want to see whether I am working in standalone or cluster environment. I can check here, right click on server name, properties. Here see, is clustered false. It is saying it is a standalone environment. It is not cluster environment. Okay. In the same way, we can work with the commands also. We have seen right click on server name, new query. We can connect, we can work with the commands also. Already I have discussed, remember, simple commands are there which we can, simple commands are there which we can remember, 1-2 lines commands. But remember, if lengthy commands are there, okay, if lengthy commands are there, then remember, no need to remember. Just we can maintain those in a file. Okay, those lengthy commands we can maintain in the file in the form of, generally we call them scripts actually. So those scripts we can maintain here in a file. Okay, so whenever you want, we can use that those scripts. I will share you the scripts actually regularly used scripts also. I will share you. No need to worry. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So check here, like we have seen, no, we can use this simple command. version to see. Right now we are working with which version. Always remember, select the command and execute. Okay, it is saying SQL Server 2019 version. Okay, the same way, select server name. Right now we are working with which server? Test. Like this here, we can, yeah, simple commands we can remember 1-2 lines of commands we can remember. Yeah, so yes, that is in the same way we have seen how we can check whether we are working in standalone environment or cluster environment. Is clustered. See here, select server property is clustered. Okay, 0 it is saying false, means it is a standalone environment. So one of our server is there. Generally, remember, we can take remote desktop of the server. Server may be there anywhere in the network. Okay. Yes. Yeah, here also our SQL server is there. Yes. So in this servers here, I have configured already cluster actually. This is my Active Directory server. This is node 1, node 2. Means what? Remember, the servers which are there in the cluster, we are calling them as nodes. Node. Okay. We'll discuss again in detail. I will show you this clustering also practically. No need to worry. Okay. All the concepts I will show you practically. Yes. Here see already I have set up actually cluster environment. Just I will show you, but as part of our course, we'll see how to set up cluster. Actually, remember, like for SQL cluster, platform is Windows cluster. For SQL cluster, platform is Windows cluster. First, Windows cluster should be ready. On top of Windows cluster, we can configure SQL cluster. On top of Windows cluster, we can configure SQL cluster. Yes, we'll see that we have confusion. I'm not going in detail. Check here. Yeah. See, I have connected to one of my server. If I right click on server name, properties, is clustered true, it is saying here. Means what? It is a cluster environment. Okay. Yes. So we can check here. See, cluster is nothing but already we have seen a group of servers. Okay. In this cluster, everything we can check. Same command I am writing. Select server property is clustered. So one it is saying means true. It is a cluster environment. Okay. Yes. Yes. Let's see, we can see here, see, we are working with standalone environment or cluster environment, we can verify. Like this, I will show you, like in the same way, in this cluster, how many nodes are there here? Two nodes are there here, server 1, server 2. Okay, two node cluster it is. Just remember, cluster is nothing but what? A group of servers. Don't get any confusion. We'll see later in detail. Okay. Let us see how we can verify whether we are working in standalone environment or cluster environment. Very simple steps are there. Okay. Right. Okay, yeah, till here we have discussed here in the last class. Let's say we'll go to next concept now. Yeah, we have different versions are there here in SQL Server. Various versions are there. Okay, so one is first time here SQL Server was introduced in the market in the year 1989. Okay, almost all 30 years back. After that, here we have so many versions are there. Okay, but sir, most of the clients started using SQL Server from 2005 onwards. Why? Because 2005 version is very successful version. Means Microsoft has rewritten. Means what? Like they have rewritten the complete SQL product again with .NET languages. Okay, so we have various versions are there here. 2008 R2 release 2, okay, 10.50 version, then 12, 14, 16, 17, and we have seen our latest version is the 15.0 version, which is 2019 version, 15.0 version, okay. Yes, but remember in the organization, currently remember 2005, sorry, 2019, right? 2019 is the latest version, but remember in the organization, we have to work with what different versions, okay? So some clients may be using 2008 version, some client may be using what 2014 version like this here. Some clients may be using 2019 version. Like we have to work with different versions. But remember, see, working is same by using this SQL Server. By using what SQL Server Management Studio, we can work actually. Using SQL Server Management Studio, we can work. Okay, same. But remember, features may be different. Features may be different. Just we have to understand. Okay, features may be different. Okay, so in 2012, some features are there. In 2014, some features are there. Like to say, like features difference is there, but working environment, everything is same. Okay, working environment, everything is same. It may be any version. Clear, right? Yeah, no need to worry. Any version may be there with the client. Okay, okay. Uh, Next one say like SQL Server components. In general, remember every RDBMS, not only SQL Server, every RDBMS supports two types of components. Two types of components. Okay, one is here like server components are there. One is what server components are there. Second one is here data workstation components. Two types of components are there here. Server components are there. Next one's here workstation components. Okay, two types of components. Every RDBMS, remember not only SQL Server, every RDBMS. Yeah, yeah. Server components are there. Say like which process the queries, which process the queries actually. Okay. Yeah. So which process the queries means what? Means whenever the user submits the command. Whenever the user submits the command, remember, like those commands are executed by which components, server components. Just here, very simple. This is my workstation component is there, SSMS. SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. See, whenever we type the command here, in SSMS, remember I am typing the command like select something here. See, SSMS, what it will do, it will submit this command immediately to server components. Okay, immediately it submits the command to. Okay? Yeah, server components are nothing but remember basically services, okay, which are running in the background continuously, which process the queries. Now, this service server component, what it will do, it will execute the command, okay. After executing the command, it will send the result back to SSMS. So SSMS will display that result in the output. Understood, right? Yeah. Whenever we type the command in SSMS, remember, SSMS is not running the command. Just it is submitting the command to whom? Services. In the background, that service will run this command. The output is displayed again in the SSMS. Clear, right? So here see like one main service is there here, SQL Server Service. SQL Server Service. This SQL Server Service will process the command, execute the command, and SSMS will display the output. Okay. Understood all people or any confusion is there? Anvesh, Sarjanya, clear? Mumtaz, Kaviteja. Please feel free to type in the chat panel if any confusion is there. We'll repeat again. No need to worry. Basic things should be very clear actually. Okay, if all these things are very clear, then troubleshooting part we can understand easily. Yeah, just if any questions are there, please type in the chat panel. If you are unable to understand, I will repeat one more time. No need to worry. Okay. Anyhow, I am recording the class. You can go through again whenever it is required. Clear for all people? Yeah, yes, Sarjanya, can you explain once again? Yeah, that's why I'm saying feel free to ask if any simple doubts are there. Okay, which is important for us. Okay? If any doubts are there, simple doubts are there, no need to worry. Just feel free to ask. So I will repeat this once again. Okay, right. Check here, like, yeah. So here, like in general, whenever we are opening here, like we are working through SSMS. Just now I have shown you, like by using SSMS, remember, we can type the commands here, right? Once we, after typing the command, select this command, execute, right? Yes. See, whenever we select the command, once we click on the execute button, immediately this command is submitted to a SQL server in the background. Means what? This SSMS tool, what it will do? It will submit this command immediately. Will submit this command immediately to SQL Server service, which comes under server component. SQL Server service. Okay. So SQL Server in brackets here we have server name. Check here, our server name is test SQL. See here. Yeah, we have one service actually with the name of test SQL. This test SQL server service will take the request. Yeah, at the rate symbols we are using here. Double at the rate symbols we are using, right? Yeah. So double at the rate symbols means, remember, it is its meaning that it is a global variable, means one predefined variable actually. Okay, global variable, or we can say predefined variable. Okay, understood, right? Right, right. So that's remember, like it is a global variable or predefined variable. We have to understand. Right. So check it like understood, right? In the background, see, SSMS will not run the commands actually. SSMS job is what? It will submit the command to SQL Server service in the background. This SQL Server service, what it will do? SQL Server service will execute this command actually. Okay, it will execute the command and it will send the result back to SSMS. Okay, then SSMS will display the result here, see, in the output window. That is like how it is working. That means what, remember, always the SQL Server service must be in running mode. Always it should be in what? Running mode here, always. See, tomorrow, if I stop this SQL Server service, suppose here, like if I stop this SQL Server service, means if SQL Server service is not running, then we can through SSMS we can run the commands or we can't run the commands. Raviteja Sai, if SQL Server service is not running, through SSMS we can run the commands or we can't run the commands. Anyone? Sangeeta, Siva? Yeah, Kishore, you have joined just now. Yeah, good morning. Okay. Nageshwara, is clear. What I am saying, if SQL Server, if I stop this SQL Server service, okay, then we can run these commands or we can't run these commands if SQL Server service is down. Yeah, Shiva is saying we can't run. Yes, very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, it is clear, right? Yeah, yes. So just remember, if we stop this SQL Server service, remember, then remember SSMS cannot submit the command to SQL Server service. That's why SQL Server service will not work. Clear, right? Means commands will not work. Like here, I will go to run here very clearly services.msc here services.msc. Okay. Here see we have SQL Server services are there. One service is there's a test SQL. See here, this is our service. Why? Because our server name is here test SQL, right? Yes. Same is there here also. Test SQL. One service is there here very clearly. SQL Server test SQL. Okay. Yes. See, currently this service is running. See, currently the service is running. That is the reason, remember, we are able to get the output. We are able to get the results. But sir, if I stop this service here, test SQL, yes, okay, it is stopping. Yeah, check it, stop successfully. See, right? Stop successfully. See, now it is not running. Check here very clearly. SQL Server test SQL is not running now. That's why if I try to run this command, it throws error now, right? Why? Because this SSMS cannot submit the command to which service SQL Server service. Here, click on execute button. Check here. Yeah, it is saying processing. After some time, we'll get the error message. Right? That's why remember SSMS is what just a tool or like a browser, right? Yeah, uh, through which we can connect to Gmail server, Hotmail server, any server. Okay, SSMS is throwing the errors. Okay, yeah. So that's remember like through this is server is running or not. We have to check this service is running or not. If the service is running, then remember it's meaning that the server is running. Okay. So go back to services here. I will start this test SQL. Started. Now running here. Now if I run the command, set, right? Just remember like just remember we have to understand very clearly. It is very simple only. There is no confusion. SQL Server is our main service actually through which we are connecting and working with SQL Server. Okay, it is a main service through which we are yeah, which is processing the queries. Okay, so yeah, to connect to this server, we are using one tool called what SSMS. Yeah, services where we can check from where we can check the services. Yes. So we can go to share services.msc, right? Go to run. run services.msg. Okay, yeah, go to yes, type somewhere. Yes, here we have services. This is our server. How we can say this is my server? Service test SQL is there. Here also here in the server name we have test SQL, right? That's why this is our service actually. Clear, Sangeeta? Means how we are connecting to SQL Server. How we are connecting to SQL Server here. Right, right. Any doubts are there, please? Why? Because this is important concept. You have to understand very clearly. If you all are say yes, clear, then I will go to next concept. Clear for all people? Shiva, Sai, Charan, Ravi, Pawan, Nageshwara, Mumtaz. It is clear for all people. SSMS is what tool only through which we are connecting to the server. Connecting to the server means what? Connecting to the service actually. And remember, this SQL Server service may be there either in same machine or it may be there somewhere in the network also. It may be there somewhere in the network also. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. That's why if any simple doubts are there, feel free to ask. Because this basic thing should be clear. If they are clear, then we can understand the advanced thing easily. Okay. Right. Right. Yeah. So check here yes, how we have seen like server components and workstation. I will show you installation maybe today, no time. The tomorrow's class I will show you installation. Meanwhile, we'll continue with some other basic concepts here. SQL is a structured query language. Generally, we know every RDBMS, not only SQL Server, every RDBMS supports one language called SQL, Structured Query Language. Okay, so means what? Whenever we submit the command, for example, say this is my SSMS SQL Server Management Studio. Yes. Suppose let's say I want to submit something to my SQL engine or SQL Server. This is my SQL engine, for example, SQL engine. So if I want to tell something to this SQL engine, insert the record, update the record, delete the record, okay, anything we can tell to SQL engine by using which command? SQL commands, right? SQL commands. That's one but structured query language. SQL is nothing but what? Structured query language. It may be remember SQL engine or it may be Oracle engine or any RDBMS engine. We can submit the request here through which commands? SQL commands. Okay, structured query language. Don't confuse SQL and SQL Server. SQL and SQL Server both are same or different. Okay, so both are different. Both are different actually. Okay, so SQL Server is what? Database server or database engine, whereas SQL is a common database language supported by every RDBMS. SQL is what? SQL is a common database language supported by every RDBMS. Generally, suppose let's say SQL Server is a mobile phone. SQL is like a SIM card, which is compulsory, right? Yes. That's what, but every RDBMS supports one common database language called SQL, which is structured query language. Initially, it was developed by IBM, but remember, it is a open source language actually. SQL, non-procedural language means what? It doesn't support programming features. Only commands are there here. Only commands are there. It doesn't support any programming features like if statement, while statement. Check a common database language supported by every RDBMS. Okay, SQL is what? Common database language supported by every RDBMS. Right. Case insensitive language means what? We can write the SQL commands in any case, uppercase or lowercase, capital letters, small letters, any case. Okay, so that is like you have to understand here, like yeah, what is SQL? Clear, right? SQL is what? Just a structured query language, which is common database language supported by every RDBMS. Every RDBMS uses which commands? SQL commands to work with the data, right? To insert, update, delete anything. We are using what? SQL command. Okay, right. Yeah, we have seen we can type in capital letters. We can type like select. Okay, at the rate version. We can write in the small letters also. Select at the rate. Okay, no error. Output we are getting. That's why we are calling it as case insensitive language. Means not case sensitive. We can write in any case, uppercase, lowercase, any. That is like what is SQL. We have to understand. Already we have seen. Yeah, whenever we submit the command to SQL Server, whenever we submit SQL command to SQL Server works with the data present in the database by using that SQL command. Already we know, right? Like select, update, delete. Okay, some SQL commands are there. So I will provide you like 3 to 4 hours recordings on SQL basics. If you don't have knowledge, you can go through that recordings. No need to worry. Okay, right. And here in database, how the data is maintained. Generally, we know in database, data is maintained in the form of what? Rows and columns, right? In the form of tables. Correct, right? Yes, yes. Okay. So that is like just what is SQL, which is structured query language. Okay, okay. Let's see, we'll conclude the session again. As part of today's session, once again, I have repeated same thing. We have started with different versions. We have seen our latest version is what? 2019 version. Then second point we have to understand, SQL Server supports two types of components, workstation components and server components. Workstation component means this SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. it comes under what? Workstation components. Server components are nothing but what? Services. Server components are what? Services. Okay. Our main service is a SQL Server service. Right? Main service is what? SQL Server service, which is processing the queries in the background. Right? SQL Server service will process the queries in the background. That's why remember, always this SQL Server service must be in running mode. SQL Server service must be in what? Running mode. Otherwise, we can say the server is down. If SQL Server service is not running, we can say that server is down. We have to start the service again. No, workstation commands, not workstation commands, workstation components. Workstation components are nothing but this SSMS, okay, through which we are submitting the queries. Through SSMS, remember, we are submitting the queries to the server. Okay, yes. Okay, these are the 2 points we have to understand. Different versions we have seen and 2 types of components we have seen. Okay, so from here we'll continue again in the tomorrow's class. So I will upload the recording in the YouTube channel. You can go through it. After 2 classes, I will upload privately. I will share you privately after 2-3 classes. Okay, as well as this material also what I am discussing, that step-by-step material also I will share you. No need to worry. Okay, right.